Swimming World TV here with Cesar Cielo. Out here at another Grand Prix, 50 today. How'd you feel about it?
I'm not gonna lie, I have a little mixed feelings of that race. It was hard this morning, very, very hard. It was very cold here, but tried my hardest, so I can't really complain about it. I'm gonna see what adjustments we have to do in training from now to the Brazilian Nationals to swim much faster there.
I heard you over saying something happened in your race tonight. What happened?
That was my fault, though. I cannot put that blame in anybody. It was I didn't hook the ramp really well on the blocks, and when I pushed it in the start, it moved back. So kind of took my start a little bit off, but it happens. It's better to that happening here and not in a big meet that really had to accomplish something. So even though I've swum a lot of times, still making a lot of mistakes, and yeah, I'm gonna learn from it.
What's the #1 thing you need to work on in your 50?
Right now, I'd say swimming faster to start off. And definitely holding my breath better. I had a really tough time in holding my breath in the last 10 meters, so I have to work on the apnea aspect of the race for the future and really have that good finish to the wall to be able to swim faster.
There's so many different philosophies of training out there. Let's talk about your sprint schedule. Walk us through how much time you spend in the water, what you're doing outside of the water.
I work between 8 and 9 times a week in the water, 2 or 3 days doing doubles, 3 times a week in the gym. I would say like 1 hour 15, 1 hour and a half each time. Really explosive stuff in the gym. Don't try to just force myself on lifting very hard stuff and very heavy. It's just everything has to be very fast and very sharp, very explosive. And in the water, we mix a lot of the training between the 50 and 100 freestyle. I still believe that you gotta train a little bit over the event you want to swim, just to have that extra endurance for the race. So we're still doing a lot of work for the 100, working a lot on the back end of the 100, try to reach those 24s, and yeah, we're sprinting, I would say, like 4 times a week.
All right, lastly, you've been training out in Arizona for a while now. What was the decision behind that?
Well, Scott took the position of being the head coach of the Mesa Aquatics, and since we have had much success last year in Barcelona, I decided just to come out and spend some time with him. I still have to go back to Brazil every now and then to train and to do some sponsor events and some competitions in there as well. So it's kind of mixing. I try to adjust right now the schedule between US and Brazil, but the decision was just keep working with Scott and having those kind of meets to come and compete with the best in the world. And hopefully it's going to work out. We'll see how this summer is going to go.
How often do you get to go back to Brazil?
I'd say once a month. It's kind of tough. I haven't been back since Christmas though. I'm going back right after this meet and coming back right after. I'm just staying a week in Brazil for a commercial shoot. And yeah, I'll try to adjust the schedule. It's kind of tough at the airport. I know it's kind of annoying and waiting for flights and all, but that's what I got to do. That's where I make my money anyway, and yeah, we're gonna try to make the best out of it.
So when swimming eventually comes to an end, where do you see yourself going?
That's a good question. I have a social project in Brazil that's developing really well. I have about 350 kids swimming under my project. That's something that I definitely want to keep doing for the rest of my life. And I don't know, I don't see myself being a coach. Definitely not that. I don't think I'm going to be good at teaching someone else or doing that kind of thing with swimming. I don't know, to be honest. That's a good question. Okay. I got nothing, but yeah, my social project, and then maybe work on, I don't know, writing a book or something.
Nice. Thank you, Cesar.
Thank you very much.